Hey everyone, it's Lori, and today we are going to talk about Book of Shadows. And recently I've had a few people tell me that they are afraid of writing in their Book of Shadows. They have a book and haven't written in it, which I was the same way. I was like, I didn't want to mess it up. But you know what? That's part of being human, and we mess up. So we embrace it and we move on. But if you really are worried about that, then I highly recommend getting a 3-ring binder, and then that way you have more control of what goes in and out of the book. You can print off, pre-made PDF files, which we have several of those in the group for you to print off. You could write, and if you mess up, it's not stuck in there forever. But don't feel like it has to be perfect. That's part of the journey. So my first Book of Shadows was this, and I absolutely love it. And it's kind of a crazy mix of, it's half my handwriting, half printouts, half doodles, half, musings. It's kind of a eclectic mix of stuff. There is no rhyme or reason to that book. It's my thoughts as they happened. So there is no way of me quickly finding something in that book, which I'm okay with that. I actually like that because I look back at that book and I think, wow, I've really come a long way from when I started. When I first started, I was, I thought I was going to be walking the path of Wiccan, and I'm not. There were too many rules for me in that, and I don't like the rules. I do what I want, but I found that I was liking a little bit of this, a little bit of that, hence the eclectic, leaning heavily towards green. So, I can look back at that and say, wow, I really have grown, and it was neat to kind of see the progress. So that's kind of what I like about that. And then I have this smaller one where I keep just my favorite spells, which is going to segue me into my next topic on the Book of Shadows. So you see, this is quite lovely, and I found it on Etsy and I fell in love with it, and it called to me, and there was one, and 80 people had it in their carts. It was $36, and I cringed when I hit the buy, because I honestly did not want to spend $36, but for whatever reason this thing was screaming at me to buy it. So I bought it. And when I got it, it wasn't that I was underwhelmed by it, but I was like, I can make these. So I did. And I spent $5 on mine. So it's not done yet, but I bought this. This was on sale at a local craft store. I don't know, I think it was 2 for $5 or something stupid. So I bought it. I bought some metallic paints. They were on sale for 79 cents. I am in love with the metallic paints. So I started to make my own. And then this one, I got really creative. I feel like this looks like the door to the fairy world. This has several art mediums to it. It's got the paint. These scroll things are wood that I painted. The leaf and the backdrop here are paper clay that I pushed into molds and I painted them. The roses are metal, and then this was an old necklace that I had that I never wore anymore, and I put some crystals on there. So, you can be super creative with your own Book of Shadows, or even journals, whatever you want to call it, grimoire. It literally started out as a plain little journal, and it progresses from there. And I've made several now. I've given away as gifts, and I know I've mentioned it before, but I suffer from panic and anxiety. So doing these types of crafty things really grounds me and puts me in a good frame of mind, a very calm, grounded frame of mind. You know, I had the candles going, I had the music going, I had, you know, some incense smoke, you know, I had the whole vibe going on. So it was a great grounding experience. You can put deities that you are interested in. You can write herbs and their magical properties. You can put spells, moon phases, just general information that you find interesting. You know, maybe today you took a hike in the woods and you had an experience, so you came home and you wrote that experience down. You know, it could have been, you know, whatever. It's, you know, you went out in the woods and you got this feeling and you were overcome with, you know, joy or sadness or whatever it is that you experienced, and you journal it. So don't be afraid, you know, to utilize these tools, and don't be afraid to get creative. There's so many things out there that you can find that are fairly cheap. I got this, not the tin I had, but it was a baggie full of charms. And I think I got 100 charms for like $7.99. So I'm gonna try and do this without messing up too much. And some of these charms I use on my spell bottles, my jar spells, just to, you know, spruce them up a bit. Put a little extra loving touch on them. But anywho, so that's my video today on Book of Shadows. And I just wanted to let you know that, you know, I wanted to help ease any anxieties you might be having about writing in one. You know, embrace the journey, embrace the process, and always trust in it. You know, you can look back and say, wow, I've really grown, you know. And again, if you are, you know, a little obsessive about it needing to be organized, by all means get a 3-ring binder, and you can still decorate the binders. You know, it's the same. Some of those 3-ring binders are, I was looking, they have like leather ones that are, you know, were like $100 for a 3-ring binder. So you can be, you know, as beautiful or as extravagant as you want with them, or as simple as you want. You know, if you wanted to just paint it like that, you want to just have a plain one like that, you know, there's no right or wrong way to it. The only way is your way. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We much appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, everyone.